Hi everyone, it's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art, and this is the beginning of a new bookmaking series. I'm going to be making, I said in my last video when I did the embossing, I was going to do 2 journals. I'm actually going to do 3, and here's why. Because I want to, and I think I can do it. I usually only work one at a time, but I think this is going to be a fun project. I'm definitely not going to rush it, and try and take you as much through the process with me as I can. So I've already done a couple things. These are some of my supplies that I've been using. Obviously, I use a cutting board, one of those, the trimmer. I have some of this blue painter's tape, a ruler, and a nice sharp box cutter craft knife, and a silicone spreader thingy. It's great for the glue. And then I'm just using some Elmer's glue here. This is not anything special, but I think it's going to work fine. I'll tell you about that in a second. But what I went ahead and did was I made 3 covers. These are from a chipboard. It's not, you can see it's not super thick chipboard. So what I'm going to do today is reinforce them. But let me first give you the measurements so you knew. So I work in 8.5 by 11 sheets mainly. So for example, oh, there's a clip on it. That's why you can't. There we go. I was kind of organizing things for this bookmaking process, and everything is, clipped up and has notes on it for myself, because that way I know what it's for. So here's a piece of coffee dyed paper, and it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So that's the city on a Friday night, kids. So this is 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper folded in half. So that'll be my page. And you see here, fits perfectly in there. So what I did was I measured out each cover. So lengthwise, or height, however you want to put it, the longest side is 9 inches and the shortest side is 6 inches. So 9 by 6. And then the spine is a 2-inch piece by 9. So 2, 9, 9, 2. So this is going to hold a 9.5 by 11 sheet perfectly. If you have anything that's a little bit bigger, it'll still fit within the confines of the covers. So that'll work out great. So again, the length is 9. Here the width is 6. So basically I went a ½ inch, what did I say? 9.5 by 11. See, that music just totally distracted me. Anyway, it's a 9 by 6, 2-inch spine. And then I just used the masking tape to, or the painter's tape to put it together. Now, if you can get a piece that's big enough where you can make this size all from one piece, which would be 14.25, including this in here. So that's including this, the space in here. So you could say, which is about 1/8 of an inch. So you could say, if you want a single piece, that would be 14 by 9. There you go. Yes, that is 9. 14 by 9. Just making sure. And then you would score it at, you say here, 6. I would score it at 6 1/8. And then again at 8 1/8. And that'll give you a nice, you call that, line to score it on, and then, you know, make your fold so it sits nicely. So there you have it. This is our basic book cover. Now these I made with just plain chipboard that I got in the mail with like some of my stencils that I order from PM Artist Studio. They put in between two sheets of chipboard. And so I got some of that here. And then I also have some food packaging. But what I did with the food packaging, because we're going to be gluing stuff to the cover, meaning fabric, we want to kind of dull this down because it's very glossy. And also, in case you're using a thinner fabric, you got to be aware that this may show depending on how thick your fabric is. But we'll talk about that in another video as far as doing something to block out any images you have on your base. So I basically just used a sanding block to get this just a little less glossy, to get that initial gloss off. Okay, and I did the same thing with this one. It's Cheerios packs. So what I want to do today is I want to reinforce these because these are, as you can see, a little flimsy, and we want it to be able to withstand, you know, opening, closing, and me fiddling around with it when I'm decorating it. So let me put two of these away. So I've got some extra chipboard pieces here. So I'm going to basically just kind of Frankenstein the innards with these pieces so that I can get a nice reinforced base. That's what I'm trying to say. So what was the best way? I think since I want to leave this gap here. I don't want to cover that for sure. So we can use these larger bits here. So let's just measure that out. I want this to be 6 inches wide. So I hope everyone is doing well. And things are good here. I've just been busy, but that's a good thing. Okay, we're gonna trim this at 6 inches. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna do this other one here too. So 6 for this one, because these are the extra pieces that I used to make the covers. So yeah. There you go. I'm excited for Halloween. I never really dressed up for Halloween. I think in my entire life, I probably dressed up maybe 3 times for Halloween. That's including as a kid. I just always found it tedious. I'd rather just grab some candy and hang out at home and watch some scary movies. Yep, even as a kid, I loved scary movies. Let's see. My favorite's probably The Shining, but a close runner-up is The Exorcist. Those are my 2 top faves. Some other good ones that I like. Honestly, I've seen many horror movies. I'm not very great with names unless I've watched it multiple times. But yeah, I've watched some really bad horror movies, but they're so bad that they're good. You know, that kind of movie. And that's always fun. All right, so let's see here. Let me go ahead and see if I have any 2-inch pieces that I can go ahead and cut up, because we're going to need those for the center. Yeah, let's trim this up. You know what? These are thin enough. I'm going to pull out my trimmer and do that, or use that. Hello, kitty. I know, I need room, I need room. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So we want this to be 2 inches wide. Just say even. Come on. Stop slipping and sliding, please. Oops. So that 2 inches by 9. Do we have 9 here? That's actually 9 exactly. Perfect. So where do we put those other ones? Oh, here. That's there. So 2 by 9. Let's see this one here. This is 9. Is it 2? Yeah. That is 9 by 2. Perfect. I just need one more. Just check to make sure these aren't the same. All right, that's 9. A little more than 2, so let's trim that up. It. That's another movie I really love, horror movie. The original, though. Craft knife. When you try to do those little close cuts on that cutter, it just it ruins everything. Okay. My glasses for this. Here we are. Again, make sure your knife is sharp. And someone commented on a video the other day where I cut the blade here, because you see they're perforated. So I showed her how I showed on the video how I take that off so that you can get to a fresh blade. So what you do is you pull this bottom piece out, right, and then you have this little opening there, okay? And what you're gonna do, usually, sometimes it takes me a couple of times to get it right, at the right angle. All right, that's good. And then lock it, all right, so it doesn't slide around on you. So where were we here? Yeah. Now what you want to do is you want to point it away from you, first of all. Make sure no one's in front of it either. And then snap. See, that did 2 of them, which is fine. Don't worry about that. But now we have a fresh blade. Okay, how to dispose of that? It's a good thing we're working with chipboard. Let's get some chipboard. We got some tape. Where is it? Here we go. All right, so what I do... Oh, did I break it? Oh, yeah. I was a little too strong with that. So that's okay. It still works. All right. So tape your little metal piece to some board. Metal piece. It's a blade, man. Wrap that up in tape. Wrap it again with some cardboard, and then wrap it again. That should be good. And then tape it up. That way, when you put it in the garbage, if for some reason somebody has to dig around in there, they will not get cut. There you go. Safety lesson from your Uncle Eddie. Okay. So we got those 2. So we just need 1, 2. Just make sure I go to there. Okay. So there's 1, that is ready, glued. Where's the center part? Here we are. That's the center. This one is the center. Now these I'll have to make sure I get the my sand block and sand these and buff that shiny part down. 6. Let's just use bubble word. Well, let's go ahead and trim it down to 6 first, and then we'll worry about how deep it needs to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, don't move. Got a sharp knife here. And then when you're cutting stuff like this, where it's a little thicker, make sure you lock your knife, and then just go slow, right up against your ruler. Take your time, and just slide it down until you get to the bottom. And the reason I am telling you this is because it's very easy for, if you're going very fast, for the knife to just jump and then slice your hand, fingers, whatever. You don't want to do that. Knock it out. Just move some of these smaller bits. Okay, so this is my, line it up, come on. And I'm not usually super fussy about lining things up, but when it comes to a book cover, you do want to do your best to get it all lined up. Not wide enough? Yeah, it should be wide enough. There we go. Like, why is that not lining up? It should be lining up. I guess we should just go this way because I'm left-handed and I don't want to do something kind of, dangerous like this with the wrong hand, and then I will cut myself. Welcome to my world. All right. Line you up as best we can. Again, I have pressure on the ruler to make sure it doesn't move, and then just slowly gliding the blade top to bottom. See how easily that can jump? Top to bottom. Don't try and get through the layers on your first try. It's just asking for danger. Take your time, it'll get done. Ah, really? Right in the middle. Okay, come on. All right, so set the piece. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to tidy up for a second, and I'll be back. And I said we're going to start gluing, but I forgot that some of these pieces still have glossy sides on them, and I don't want to try and glue the glossy to the mat because it's just not going to adhere as well. So take my sanding block here. I'm going to sand these, speed up the video, and then we'll glue them down. Let's start with this one. And let's see. The outside. Yeah. Okay. So let's line these up so we know what we're working with here. And then these up here, right? Start to gluing. And again, I'm just using Elmer's glue. This is Elmer's Glue All multi-purpose extra strong formula. Works pretty well. If there's an adhesive that you prefer, go for it. I just find that the Elmer's works just fine with this sort of material that I'm working with. And I'm using a little silicone applicator here, and it spreads the glue nicely. I gotta be careful. I'm only doing sections here. And you do have to kind of be generous with the glue as far as when you're using this kind of chipboard, because it tends to suck up that glue. And that's another reason you want to try and work quickly. And for those of you who have a brayer, where's my brayer? Hey there, Bill. Take it out. This is a great time to use it. Get nice contact between the two pieces. There we go. Little corner here. Take your time. There's no race. There is no race going on here. And I often say that to myself because for some reason I want to rush through stuff, and it's like, there's absolutely no reason to be rushing. All right, let's get this next one going. And again, just a nice coating of glue. I've seen people use, it's the glue that comes in like the brass copper colored bottle, plastic bottle. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've seen people use glue stick, honestly, to do this. And if it's the kind that's permanent, like the 3M, I don't see a problem with it. Now, if there's any excess, that we can take care of once it's dry. And I know there may be a little discrepancy here on the edge, but as long as my sides, my edges are good, then I'm happy. Okay, give that a second over here, and then let's do this side. It's a little bit messy, but that's why it's good to invest in a craft mat or one of these silicone mats, because they wipe up easily and quickly and nothing gets damaged. Set it on here and then put some heavy over it to keep it flat. Here we go. How about a bunch of paints? That's heavy. Okay. On to the next one. Yeah, I have a lot of different multimedia tags and a bunch of cool tags. Some I've made on video, some I have not, that I have stashed away. And I need to use it because a lot of them are really cool. Some are like half done, or some just need like the back done. So those would be fun little projects to do as I decorate the 3 books. I had an idea of maybe kind of not heavily decorating them, but maybe making them kind of half decorated and then come with, because these are going to go in my Etsy shop, and then maybe come with a side of ephemera that I already have made or am in the process of finishing. And then just, stuff that, whoever buys it can use to enhance and personalize that journal. I don't know. It's a thought. So, because I'm not worried about the inside showing, I'm going to go ahead and glue these paper to paper. I'm just not feeling that whole vibe of the what do you call that thing? Keeps sticking up. I mean, this could have used more sanding, but honestly, I'll just do it the other way. Did I do that? I don't think I did that center one. That's why I have an extra center. I'm saying, why do I have an extra center? I gotta make sure I glue the center on that one. All right, so this side doesn't matter. Let's do the center first, so don't forget. See, you guys gotta remind me these things. These are great for really getting in the corner, smoothing out. And they're super inexpensive. I got these on Amazon for a couple bucks. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, I want to say I got 6 of them. 5 or 6 of them in a pack. And, or maybe was it 4? I would say it was 4. And yeah, they work. They're awesome. One thing I haven't used them on is the gel plate. I really do want to use them on a gel plate as mark making tools. And I just keep forgetting. And y'all know I do a lot of gel plating, but memory is a fickle thing. some of that excess off. All right, it's not confused out, so there we go. Again, these don't have anything on them, so no worries there. And you see that one stuck a lot better because it was chipboard to chipboard. There's no decoration on it. The city is very busy tonight. I mean, I don't live in an area where there's like, you know, clubs and stuff. It's mostly residential, but there's, you know, a lot of restaurants and, you know, like mom and pop type places, bodegas, and people who just, you know, drive around playing whatever music they think the general public wants to listen to, and usually they are wrong. I mean, how can you sit in a car with the bass blaring so hard that it vibrates my house? Like literally, it vibrates the house. You know, it's like you are just begging to go deaf at a young age, because these aren't old people doing this. Listen, you know, young and dumbers. Like, I mean, I like loud music. Trust me, I've been to plenty of loud concerts and parties. It's not that it's loud, it's that it's so, the bass is just so intense that it's awful. It was one day, a few months back, I was sitting here where I am now, and I have the window open next to me, and this car is like going up and down the street with the bass going up, and I started to feel nauseous, and I'm like, why am I so nauseous? I really haven't eaten anything. I've only had coffee. Finally, the guy left, and I started feeling better. And then I was thinking about it later, and I realized it was because of the bass. I was like, geez, that is, it's crazy how that vibration can affect the human body. All right, come on, get right up in there. There we go. And it's okay if the glue seeps out a little bit. It dries pretty clear. And this will be covered anyway. The outside will be covered with fabric. And I've chosen two. I need to choose one more. But I think you'll like them. And then the inside, I'm not sure if I'm going to use, I have some scrapbook paper that's a cardstock style that I might use, or this one's not for this side. This one must be here. Well, let's leave the gap there and just make sure the corners are covered. This was a boo-boo. Look at that. I may have swapped these two. Yeah, that's okay. I can come back in later and fill that in if I need to. Come on, lay down. It just wants to curl up. Me too, with a good book, but it's not going to happen right now. You guys are working here, man. This is a very relaxing thing to do. And if you weren't here, I'd probably have some TV show on in the background or music. Just zone out and do this. So, you know. And it doesn't all have to be done in one day. I'm not making these all in one day, that is for sure. These will be done over a few videos so you can see the process and, you know, hang out for a little while. Plus, you can give your feedback as we go along building these. You know, why do you insist on coming up? So here, there's one cover that's pretty flat now, but it still needs to dry completely. This is the one where I didn't put the center in. So let's go ahead, put this one here. And then okay, this is just carnival tissue I'm using between because I ran out of wax paper. But that's okay. So just set that there. Actually, this should go the other way around. There we go. Push down. So I'm just going to get this back under the paint. So this one just needs, yeah, a little spine. Let's go glue on here. And then that's it. So this will be a series of videos taking you through the process of putting together these three journals. So today we've done covers, the three covers that we will use, I think, on the next video, hopefully, or the next video in the series, because I may do other videos between of different stuff, but the next video in this series will be cutting the fabric to fit, and then using an iron-on glue sheet to get adhesive, sort of like an adhesive paper onto the fabric, so then we can adhere it to our cover. Okay, last one down. This will go in the pile with the other ones to dry completely. I'm going to let them dry overnight. And so, yeah, next time I'm going to we'll do fabric and stuff. So thank you guys for joining me. Have a great evening and or afternoon, morning, wherever you are. For me, it's evening. I will see you in the next video. Thank you and take care. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.